Is vitamin water healthy? What drink has the most flavors? And what is the best flavor of vitamin water? Well, I talk about all that and more on this episode of the Toddcast. Hello everyone and welcome to the Toddcast. As always, I'm your host, Todd McManus. Today is a very special episode because, of course, it is another full review episode. And I wanted to go ahead and start out because I wanted to ask a question before we got into the full review. Of course, this full review you probably already know if you read the description or if read the title, and it has to do with what I'm reviewing. But I wanted to go ahead and ask a question because this is, of course, different flavors of a certain drink that I will get to here in a minute. But I wanted to pose a question about what I've thought of recently, and I don't know if many people think about this, honestly, but I wanted to ask all of y'all and let y'all think about this, is that think of every big drink brand, I guess you could say, if that's what you want to call it. Like, take Coke, for instance. Let's focus on Coca-Cola by itself, just Coke. There's regular Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Vanilla Coke, Cherry Coke, Cherry Vanilla Coke, Orange Coke, Diet Coke with no caffeine. Like, there's Coke Life was made before. They had those, 5 different flavors of Diet Coke before. I don't know if there's a Diet Coke Cherry, or there is a Cherry Coke Zero, I know. There's so many. And then, you got your coffee Cokes, your Coke Energies. There's different versions and flavors of Cokes. And while I was thinking about this, because I saw the drink that I'm reviewing today, and I actually was thinking about Fanta and how many they have, that what drink has the most flavors of any other drink brand on the planet, on Earth? That what would be the most, flavors? You got your many different Cokes, Sprites, your Fantas, there's Dr. Pepper, Powerade, Gatorade, there's different Smart Waters, the Minute Maid, Aguas Frescas, plus the Minute Maid juices and just regular Minute Maid fruit punch and all that. There's just so many, and Pepsi is also included in that. There's a bunch of those, and I was trying to figure out what would be the number one. What would have the most flavors? And so I Googled this, trying to find something, and every time I Google it, it would come up and say 25 of the most outrageous soda flavors. Here's the top beverage flavors in America. List of soda drink flavors. Top drink flavor trends of 2022, how to decide the best energy drink flavor. That's not what I want to know. I want to know what actual brand of Fanta, how many flavors are there of Fanta? How many flavors of there are Dr. Pepper? I want to know what has the most. And from what I can tell, but this would also include discontinued flavors that aren't for sale anymore and that they don't even make. But apparently, this is the question on Quora.com, that what soda brand has the most flavors? And this person named Ron, and he is an author, 35 plus years in the beverage business. This answer was posted 2 years ago. This author has 415 answers, and all of his answer views have totaled 3.4 million. He said that in the mid-'80s, that the Pepsi company employed a strategy of introducing Pepsi flavor variants as a way of creating retail enthusiasm for the brand. This was a marked contrast to the Coca-Cola company, who were highly resistant to launch any modification to their core cola brand, aside from the obvious cherry cola and then the diets. So Pepsi was trying to do the opposite, because Coke has always been like that, and I've noticed that more recently with doing, a podcast that's pretty much about reviewing things, and especially drinks, that you look at Coke and it's like there's not much, varied flavors, because they made what works. They put out like a different flavor maybe like once a year or less than that, because they did that Starlight, or Dream World, whichever one. One of them was Pepsi and one of them was Coke, I think. I think it was Starlight was Coke. Was it? Or Dream World? One of them, I don't know. But they don't put out many flavors that often, and they don't really do much, but they always promote like the Coke. They may change the design of the can or the bottle. They might do stuff like that often, but they, flavor-wise, you don't see much. They get what works, and then they just keep going with that. But Pepsi's the opposite, is that they know what works, apparently, but they want to branch out into producing every flavor known to man, apparently, and creating new flavors. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know what's better. I guess Coke. I feel like Coke is probably doing better than Pepsi Company. That Coke knows what they're doing, it's good, and then they just keep mass producing at that rate. But Pepsi's also a good idea, but I would do something in the middle. Like, I would still produce what everybody likes, but also do a couple flavors, like a little bit more than Coke, but not as much as Pepsi. But continuing with this article by Ron, that it was in the 80s that they did this. The strategy, continuing this right here, the strategy of short-term flavor introductions was highly successful around the world. As a result, there are scores of very unique Pepsi variants, which make the Pepsi the soda brand with the most flavors by a wide margin. And then he lists a partial list of the variants of flavors, and this list has probably got close to 100. Just for a partial list. Like, I'm just going to read a couple here. So we have regular Pepsi, Pepsi Free, Caffeine Free Pepsi, Pepsi Wild Cherry, Crystal Pepsi, Pepsi AM, Pepsi Fresh, Pepsi X, Pepsi Candy, Pepsi Raw, Pepsi Berry, Pepsi Blue, Pepsi Gold, Pepsi Holiday Spice, Pepsi Kona, Pepsi Lemon, Pepsi Lime, Pepsi Mango, Pepsi Mojito, Pepsi Ragin' Raspberry, Pepsi Tropical Chill. I'm not even going to say Pepsi anymore. Just imagine every one of these flavors starts with the word Pepsi. You got Tropical Chill, Strawberry Burst, Summer Mix, Made with Real Sugar, Freeze, Twist, Vanilla, X Energy Cola, 100, Cherry Vanilla, Ginger, Fire, Salted Caramel Cola, or Orange Vanilla, Blue, Ice Cream, Boom, Cream, Cappuccino, Samba, Peach, Summer Chill, Tropical Punch, Raspberry, Twist Mojito, Ginger, Black, Blue Hawaii, Caribbean Gold, Carnival, Summer Mix, Christmas Cola, Dry, Extra, Ghost, Halloween Cola, Ice Cucumber, Next Zero, Mount Block, Pink, Red, Sakura, Salty Watermelon, Special Lemon Mint, Strong Shot, Tropical, White, Twistado, Retro, Cafe, Blue Chilled Soda, Cheer, Green, Aha, Piñas, Pogi, Latte, Tariq, Max, and all of diet versions of every one I just listed. Of course, there were the versions that are the 1893 original cola with 1893 ginger cola, black currant cola, and citrus cola. So it might not have been 100, but I did just list every one of them that was on this partial list. So take everything that I listed, which was probably 50 to 60, I imagine. And imagine that, but then diet versions of every one of those. And maybe even like a Pepsi Zero of every one of those. So that right there, all those three, the regular, the diets, and the zeros all added up, that's probably like 150 to 200 flavors by itself. So it goes without question that I definitely think that Pepsi probably has the most variants of flavors. So I don't even know what, that would be. And I've never heard of most of those, but some of them, there's very few, like probably like 10 or less that I'm like, oh, okay, I know that one. So yeah, but it was, that's a lot. I did that. That was very helpful. Thank you, Ron, on Quora. That was a very insightful thing. That was kind of what I was looking for. I would still like to know. I probably just have to go like on Wikipedia of each company or Fanta or whatever and be like, okay, how many flavors are there, and count. But So that brings us to the review that is now going to happen. I have 5 different flavors of vitamin water, and vitamin water has been a drink that I've been wanting to review for a while now. It is the first drink review of 2023, and of course, since this episode premieres on January 14th, this is actually, you're listening to this after the 3-year anniversary of the Toddcast, which was on January 11th, which is kind of wild to think about, that I have now been, last week's title that proves it. I've been talking now for over 3 years. So many of you may have been listening to me. This is episode 158, and I've been talking for 158 weeks straight now for 3 whole years. So thank all of you for listening, of course. But let's go ahead and dive into some vitamin water, because I'm interested to see what these taste like. I've never had a vitamin water before, so this is also like groundbreaking for me apparently. But I'm interested to see what it's going to be about, and from what I'm just going to go ahead and say this, that from what I've understood is that vitamin water do have vitamins in it, but it also has like a crap ton of sugar apparently. And like these bottles, how big are these bottles? They're 20 fluid ounce bottles. And I'm looking on just the back of one of the flavors. The first flavor I'm going to try is tropical citrus, and I'm looking on the back of it. It is 100 calories for the whole bottle, which is not that bad. But there are 27 grams of sugar in this entire 20 fluid ounce bottle. That is quite a lot. But let's just go ahead and go through this. So there's no fat, no protein, no sodium, just 27 grams of sugar. There is potassium, and you get your 100% daily intake of vitamin B12, B6, C, what's that say? Pantothenic acid. And then you also get niacin, as well as, like I said, potassium and magnesium. So, because it's got the little cross next to it, which is not a significant source of potassium and magnesium. You get a little bit, but it's not, you shouldn't be drinking vitamin water just for the magnesium or the potassium, Eat some bananas if you want some potassium. Unless you're allergic to them, then don't do that. So, let's move some stuff. So, we got tropical citrus. Like I said, I've never had a vitamin water. I don't know if they're good or not, but I guess we're about to find out. So, let's go ahead and open this. All right, tropical citrus is very yellow. It is a very yellow color. Okay, and also only one of these are 0 sugar that I found out. And all of these, every one of them is 100 calories, and they're varied with like 26, 27 grams of sugar. And then the 0 sugar one, of course, has 0 sugar, 5 grams of carbs, which come from fiber, and only 10 calories. But the rest of these, the other 4 are 100 calories. I'll go through all the regulars and then do the 0 sugar at the end. So, and of course, I am ranking them on the official scale of 0 to 100 with no decimals. And I am ranking them against each other to see which one are the best and the worst between these 5 that I have. Who knows, I might like them. Who knows, I might hate them. We're about to find out, though. So, tropical citrus, it does have caffeine. Good Lord, I did not know that. Does all these have it? Oh, these are all... Oh. Okay, the tropical citrus says energy, so it has caffeine, and they all have electrolytes, I think. But, like, the Triple X has antioxidants. The Revive has choline and potassium and some vitamins and antioxidants. And then Power C has a lot of antioxidants, vitamins, and as well as taurine and zinc. So, I'm trying the one with the caffeine first. So, here we go with the tropical citrus vitamin water. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh. You know how you get, like, a bottle of water in a plastic bottle from like a gas station or a store, and let's say you open it and you sip on it for a little while, and then you put that in like the fridge and you let it sit there for like a couple days, and then you come back to it and you take a sip and it tastes a little different. Like, it's not the exact taste of water that you can remember, but it's like a little different and kind of might have like a little wang to it, that's like, oh, this is a little different. That's what this tastes like. This is not that good. Like, tropical citrus, like, if you like vitamin water out there, I'm sorry, but you got to pick something better with your life, because I don't know what you're doing. If you're picking vitamin water over everything, like, I understand it's got a crap ton of good stuff for you, but I mean, I'm just basing myself off of this one. The tropical citrus is not good. It is pretty bland, but also, like, not really that much of an aftertaste, though. But it's just bad. It does not taste good. I would give it a 55, because it's not too bad for me to just hate it. I'm just aggravated because it doesn't really have much of a flavor, and the only flavor that is there is a little bit, and it's bad. It's not even good, so I don't know. I'm putting you in the middle for right now until I decide what the other ones rank against you, but tropical citrus is at a 55. And we're going to go ahead and go to the triple X one, which is acai blueberry pomegranate. This one has a big percentage for your antioxidants is what a big thing is for here, and vitamins. So it is, of course, still 100 calories and only 26 grams of sugar. So let's go ahead and give this a pop. Okay, this one smells different. These things are wet. Like, these bottles are just so wet right now. They're really moist, if you know what I mean. Like, they are moist. Like, on the outside, like, you leave it out, it gets real cold, and you leave it out of the fridge for a while, and then they just get kind of wet. This is what this is. This is just, I don't even know why it's this wet, honestly, because it's just getting all over the desk right now and kind of everywhere. So it's, I don't even know. It's just not what I would like, So, acai blueberry pomegranate. I guess I'll just go ahead and try it because there's not really else to talk about it. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I will agree that this is better than the tropical citrus, but not by much. I would put acai blueberry pomegranate and go ahead and give it a score at a solid 58. It's not much higher at all, only 3 points higher than the tropical citrus. The reason is because the tropical citrus, when you drank it, you really didn't get anything. It felt like tasting water, and then you get a little bit of bad flavor. The acai blueberry pomegranate was a little better. You could taste the fruitiness to it, but it's just not good. It's very middle of the road. That's why it's a 58, because it's like, I don't want this again. I'm not going to seek it out, and I'm probably not even going to accept it if somebody gave it to me. But it's just not good. It's just something about it that's just not good, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's all the vitamins, packed too many in there, too much sugar. Like, there's not really, I don't know what the flavor's coming from. So, I don't know. It's a nutrient-enhanced water beverage. I can get that it's water and vitamins. And, if you really need the vitamins of it and you don't want to take vitamins that are like pills or gummies, I understand that you wouldn't want to take a vitamin pill or something and you would want to go with a drink version, but they need to make it taste good. That's the problem. I think and that's what a lot of the stuff is, that you're relinquishing the good taste of certain Cokes, Diet Cokes and all that, but you're swapping it out to be, healthier, more vitamins, but you're losing the flavor to be more healthy. So it's like it won't taste good, but it's better for you, like that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I'm not big on the vitamin water right now. So The next flavor we have is called Revive, and it is fruit punch. So it's a nice purpley. Normally I thought fruit punch was red, but apparently not, because it's a different red one we have. This is one that is big for choline and electrolytes. So it's got your choline, your potassium, your antioxidant vitamin C, and many other vitamins as well. It is fruit punch flavored. 100 calories with 26 grams of sugar. A good bit of niacin and your vitamins and choline. I don't even know what that's for. But I'm going to go ahead and just crack it open. I smell every one of these and I barely smell anything. What is that? I don't smell anything. Yeah, I don't really smell anything, honestly. So, fruit punch flavor. Let's go ahead and just knock it back and see what we got. Okay, I taste something there. Let me try it again. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I can taste something there. The fruit punch is better than the other two. I will say that. It has something that makes it taste better. I don't know if that's more flavor or what, but the fruit punch does taste better. I will knock it already up to a 60, which is high for what the other two are. It is the best right now, with tropical citrus still at the bottom. But yeah, fruit punch, they all feel like water because it's vitamin water. You know, when you drink a carbonated beverage like Coke or Diet Coke, you can tell that it's a carbonated beverage. But when you drink this, you're just going to probably think, oh, this is water, and they put flavoring in the water. That's kind of what this tastes like. Like you got a bottle of water and squirted like those Mio things, or did some like type of Crystal Light thing to it, you know, some type of, you know, powder mixture in it to give flavor to water. That's what this tastes like. But it's very subtle though. It's not like you can't be doing something and drinking this because you're not going to know what the flavor is. You got to like sit down and really kind of just focus yourself and take a sip, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many, and then you'll be able to taste the flavor because you've got to pay attention to it, you know. If I'm running around and you let me drink a Diet Coke, I can tell what that is a Diet Coke. But if I'm running around and you give me a vitamin water, I'm just going to be like, oh, that's a weird tasting water. I'm not going to be able to tell what flavor it is. Or if it has flavor at all, honestly. So, but yeah. Fruit punch at a 60 because it is better than the other two so far. But yeah, vitamin water needs to really pick it up on these last two because vitamin water has so many flavors though. It has so many flavors. And these are the only 5 that I could see in one specific store. I was lucky enough to find all of these at one place. So, but yeah, I will go ahead into the next flavor, which is called Power C, and it is dragon fruit flavored. This is a main ingredient or a main source for yourself of vitamin C. Mainly has vitamin C in here, as well as B5, B6, and B12. It has some chromium and some zinc, and also has a little bit of taurine and some electrolytes that are all also mixed into this. So, I'll go ahead and give this a try. Still doesn't have a smell to me, but alright, here you go. Here's cheers to y'all. Okay. Alright. Well, that tastes like nothing. That has no flavor whatsoever. Like, I would rather have this than the tropical citrus. That's why I'm going to give which honestly, I should give the dragon fruit like an 80 because it doesn't taste like nasty vitamin water. It tastes like regular water that you can tell there's something in it and that it's red. And you're like, oh, it's going to taste like, you know, strawberry, fruit punch or something. You know, fruit punch is purple for some reason. Dragon fruit is red. And dragon fruit apparently has no flavor. because this specific vitamin water that is dragon fruit flavored has no flavor whatsoever. So, I'm going to give it a... honestly, I should just give it like a 62. I want to put it above Fruit Punch because it tastes better than that. And it's weird to say that because dragon fruit has no flavor. But I would rather have no flavor than bad flavor. So, if your drink has no flavor in it, that is better than it sucking. Okay? Because I want a drink that tastes like nothing more than a drink that sucks. So, just to be straight up with everybody. So, the last flavor we have here is the zero sugar flavor, which I did not know was zero sugar until about 15 minutes ago when I first started doing this. About 15-20 minutes ago when I first started drinking the first one. There's a big dent in it too, like I dropped it probably. This is zero sugar. It is called Gutsy, and the flavor is watermelon peach. So this one might be good. Who knows, because it takes all the sugar out of it. The reason it's called Gutsy, apparently, is because this is a big source of prebiotic fiber. So this is the stuff that's going to make you go to the bathroom. So it's got 5 grams of prebiotic fiber. It has antioxidant vitamin C as well as vitamins B3, 5, 6, and 12, and some electrolytes. So I'm interested to see what is going to taste like. So, still no smell. So, watermelon peach, here's to the last flavor of vitamin water that I'm having to force myself to drink today. So, here we go. Okay, I taste something. Hold on. Hold the phone, everybody. I taste something. Oh, what is that? Oh. Okay, I'm having to do something. I'm pulling this trick out. I'm having to go back to taste the tropical citrus because I don't know if it's worse or not. So, tropical citrus. Oh. Okay, watermelon sugar is better than tropical citrus. I'm going to get watermelon sugar a 56. Watermelon peach, not watermelon sugar. Watermelon peach that is zero sugar is better than tropical citrus. It will get a 56 because it is only 1 point better because it is not really that good. I still don't like it, but it tastes slightly better. But the zero sugar watermelon peach is still pretty bad in my opinion. So yeah, so it stands as tropical citrus in the last with a 55, zero sugar watermelon peach at 56, acai blueberry pomegranate at 58, fruit punch at 60, and dragon fruit at 62. So, very interesting stuff here. I honestly didn't think vitamin water was going to be pretty bad. I thought it was going to be at least decent, but most of them kind of suck, The highest rated one was dragon fruit, and it has no flavor. So dragon fruit, if you want one that tastes like water and doesn't really have that much of a taste anyway, get dragon fruit. And it's for your vitamin C, and it's got B5, B6, B12, zinc, chromium, taurine, and electrolytes. It's only 100 calories, and it's got like how much? 27 grams of sugar. So if you can withstand the sugar, if you're not a diabetic, I would recommend trying it. So, if you are a diabetic, I'm sorry, because then you got to taste some sucky vitamin water flavors. So, yeah. Vitamin water, you might have vitamins. Here you go. Here's your tagline. Vitamin water. Full of vitamins, no flavor. There you go. Or something better, come up with something witty like that, Pose the question to y'all. I want the listeners to come out. What do y'all think vitamin water's tagline should be? So I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you ever have a question you would like for me to answer on a future episode, as well as a drink, set of drinks, brand of drinks, flavor of drinks, candy, food, anything you want me to review on a future episode as well, please go down in the description of this episode. Will be a link to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and tap or click on that. Then go on one of the videos into the comment section and comment your question and your recommendation of something I should review in the future. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. As always, please rate and subscribe. And if you're listening on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. And make sure you follow the Toddcast on Instagram at _Toddcast_ only on Instagram, of course. And make sure you tell your friends and your family to give a listen. And thank all of you for listening to this episode. And if you want to know what's going to happen next week, well, you're just going to tune in to find out. Only on the Toddcast.